Took me best, they did.
All tagged, were they, Mr. Huggett?
No need. All my stock have names.
Names?
Aye, tell them apart.
Well, all sheep look the same, don't they?
That's just like saying all folk look the same. See them two? Well, that one there is Bella.
How can you tell?
The grey mark on the nose, special to Bella, just like your fingerprint is to you. And her there, Susan too, a barren gimmer with a droopy eyelid. You'd spotted a mile off.
Well, you're the fifth farm to be raided. We think it's the work of the same gang.
Well, we want it stopping, Constable. It's hard enough making a living up here as things stand.
Yeah, we're doing our best.
I'm just kicking myself I didn't take Greengrass's offer.
Greengrass?
Aye. He came here the other day to buy some sheep. But I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
George, are you all right?
I don't know.
Turn off the ignition.
I must have been going too fast.
It didn't look like it. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, fine. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
You are charged that you did on or about the 12th of March at Ashfordley in the North Riding of Yorkshire steal 2 motor cars valued at £695, contrary to Section 2 of the Larceny Act, 1916. Peter Davies, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Charles Hasty, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Alan Maskell will rise. You are charged with being an accessory after the fact of the said felony. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Are you in a position to proceed with the hearing, Sergeant?
No, Your Worship. There are further enquiries to be made. We ask the court for remand in custody of Hasty and Davies.
And Maskell?
We've no objection to bail for Maskell, Your Worship.
You ponce. You grassing bastard, I'll get you. You hear, Maskell?
Bloody copper. Hey, our lad could go down because of you.
Alan's innocent.
Try to help the police and this is what happens.
All the bloody same.
Bloody sheep!
Why didn't you drop the charge against Maskell, Sarge?
There's been an allegation, Rowan.
He's innocent. As soon as he knew the cars were stolen, he came to see us.
We've got statements saying that he was in on it from the start.
Those two are just trying to set him up.
Maybe. I'm not dropping any charges until inquiries are complete.
They're all bought and paid for, Mr. Blayton. Everyone's down on the sales slip. I like to keep things nice and regular and above board, you know, like any honest farmer would.
Farmer? Honest? 2 lies in 1 sentence? That's a bit strong even for you, Greengrass.
Sheep rustling. I honestly don't believe it. I mean, what exactly do you think I am?
We know what you are, Greengrass. That's the point.
Ah, hell. He never stops, does he?
Rowan, I've seen enough.
Thank you.
So who is this Merton, anyway?
Now, you remember. The one in charge of the Gerard murder case. Chief Inspector.
Why does he want to see you?
Something to do with my statement, I think.
He's coming all the way from London.
Why not? Evening, George.
Oh, I'll be with you in a minute.
Hey, you see that bloke over there with a cap on?
That's Fred Huggett.
You know him?
He names his sheep. He's famous for it.
I thought we kept that sort of thing quiet.
What sort of thing?
You all right, George?
Aye, ruddy tray just slipped. I'll soon have it tidy.
Looks like George has been drinking the profits.
And you've nothing to add to this statement?
No, sir.
Come in.
Your tea, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
There you go.
Right, lovely. I was Very impressed by your work on this case, Ron.
Thank you, sir.
You got a good record, qualified for promotion. And yet here you are, stuck out into the sticks. Why?
Village Bobby means I can work my own patch.
Is that it?
Well, it means I'm involved with people, not just crime.
That's important, is it?
To me.
How does the thought of moving back to London grab you?
London?
A job's come up. That is, if you're interested. And it would mean promotion to sergeant.
Afternoon, Alex.
Ah, Kate, dear.
Any history on George Ward? Has he had a checkup recently?
George Ward, he's as strong as an ox. Why, what's the problem?
Well, the crash yesterday, and he's been showing some odd symptoms. Slurring his speech, poor coordination.
It's a drink.
It happened at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, booze, pub landlords, it's an occupational hazard, isn't it?
Maybe. Is this too?
It's a small experimental team to handle these drug cases, Ron. And I like to put your name on the shortlist.
Drugs?
Oh, these so-called soft drugs. The problem is that a lot of these pot smokers are normally law-abiding citizens.
And young people.
Exactly. And that's why we need officers with particular skills to handle them. Otherwise, if we get it wrong, the public will turn against us.
Community policing. It's like round here.
Right.
That sounds interesting.
I think you're right for the job. Of course, my colleagues might think otherwise, but if you give me the go-ahead, I'll go in there and bat for you.
Well, I'd like to be considered, sir.
We should have talked about it first.
Well, how could we? I only found out about it just now.
Oh, and now it's all wrapped up and decided.
No, nothing's decided. I've still got to go for the interview.
As simple as that.
Kate, you never wanted to leave London. Now you've got a chance to go back.
You're not doing this for me.
No, for us, Kate.
Us? No, you're doing it for you. And if you can't see that, Negro, and you're not just lying to me, you're lying to yourself as well. I mean, what about the commitments we've made here?
Well, now you're saying you want to stay here.
I came here because I'm your wife and I love you. That's not changed, but I have.
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah, well, you do now.
Oi, copper! Over here! You dropped talent in it, copper. Now see how it feels.
Do you still want to stay here?
Get lost!
Grooving round London, busting pop stars.
Some have outlook.
I bet Kate's pleased. Never wanted to leave London, did she?
Mixed feelings, really.
Seems we're about to lose you, Rowan.
Could be, Sarge.
My recommendation might very well have swung it for you.
Yes, Sarge.
That's great news. But I thought you and Alan wanted to wait before starting a family.
Changed our minds.
What is it, Sandra?
Alan's gone, Dr. Rowan.
Gone where?
I dunno. London, I think.
Why?
Police. Hell-bent on locking him up, weren't they?
That's wrong. Nick said Alan would be cleared.
But it's not what people say, it's what they do. Alan trusted your Nick, and look where it's got him. He doesn't even know I'm pregnant.
I see.
Keep on running. Keep on hiding. One fine day I'm gonna be the one to make you understand. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be your man. Keep on running. Running from my arms. You'll gather around people wherever you're on. And a bit like the waters around that road. And accept that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. That time to you is worth saving. Then it better start singing, I'll sing like a slow. By the time say I heard you, by the time say I heard you.
See ya.
See ya. Don't get birds like that in Aidensfield.
That's for sure. So is this all you do now?
Do what you want. Do what you like. Be who you are. That's the crack down here.
You've changed, Rick. You've changed a lot.
Changing times, man. You looking for someone to crash?
Aye.
Sorted.
Yeah, by that time it was all been done.
Skip the life and then
Right time.
turns cartwheels across the floor.
All right. All right then.
I was feeling
Alan's staying a bit. All right.
Who's it going to crash?
Crash with Susie. How would you like a new cellmate?
Okay.
Welcome to paradise, mate.
was humming harder as the ceiling flew away.
They're not grown yet.
They're our own vegetables and they'll be worth it.
Isn't it easier just to buy them?
Yes, it's not the same.
Aidensfield Police. Oh, hello. Scotland Yard on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm sure I can make it. But what time's the interview? Right. Okay. I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.
You're going through with it then?
Well, I've got to try, Kate.
I never thought you meant it. Not really.
Come on, get her in. Come on.
How there you go, Claude.
All right, do your best. I've got a bucket to support.
Aye, all right. Very well.
Come on,
There you
man.
are then. Lead from Mr. Greengrass, just down the road. Local sheep, 6 correct Joes there, Hammett. Cannot bottom up the west, 7 of each, 6 and 10 a fiver. £5 of each bid, £5. 5.16, 5.16, 18, 5.18, any more. £6, 6 of each, £6 of each, all down. £6 of each to go. £6 of each. Bill Ebron, 6 of each. Thank you.
You got them for now, don't you?
Best I could do, Governor.
It's pinch the buggers.
Morning, Sandra. Sandra? Kate said you'd know where I might find Alan.
What about it?
He'll only make things worse running away. If he doesn't answer bail, we'll issue a warrant for his arrest.
What can I say, Mr. Roan?
Well, if he contacts you, tell him there's still time to sort things out.
Try telling that to our bank. The loan Alan got to try and start up this place. We're behind on the payments. They're trying to shut us down. People like us just weren't meant to have bank loans.
No, rubbish. Banks need people like you. That's how they make money. I'll have another chat with the bank manager when Alan gets back.
Thanks. Listen, about what happened round at your place the other night, I don't think it'll happen again.
It better not. Where's Alan?
He's got this mate down in London. His name's Rick Parker.
So what happens if you get job?
I can understand Kate not wanting to move again, but I'm surprised at you. I thought you enjoyed it here.
Well, I do. But I never really saw Aidensfield as the end of the line.
I've just had Mr. Ruggett on the phone. He's found his sheep, Rowan.
Where?
Turned up for sale at the market, along with the thieving bugger that lifted them. Go on. Ask me who it was. Go on. Ask me.
Who was it, Sarge?
Green grass.
These 6 were taken from me.
Are you sure they're yours, Mr. Huggett?
Aye. Sharon, lambed in a ditch a year back. LC9, come out of a tup I bought at Richmond.
Excuse me, I bought them ewes last year.
Can you prove it?
Hey, look at the tags. They'll tell you they belong to me.
Anybody can clip a tag on.
It's all a fairy story, this, you know. He's making it up as he goes along.
All right. Anna, if she's yours, you'll know about her blemish.
What blemish?
Have a look under her chin, Constable. She was cut under her chin when she was still a shearling.
Aren't you being rather economical with the truth?
I can go on. I can tell you about Doris Nine's double tooth, Polly's dip quarter.
Hang on. Doris Nine's double tooth.
A double tooth gimmer.
Hey, don't bother writing all this down, Constable Rowan. I tell you, them ewes belong to me.
Tell it to the magistrate, Screengrass.
You'll be left out of court again, Blaketon. And I tell you, this time I shall have you for wrongful arrest.
Rowan, charge him.
He can't. He's not got his helmet on.
Rowan! My office! Now! And shut the door! Sit down, Rowan. I've just had Maskell's bank manager on the phone. He says the lad's absconded.
He's left Aidensfield. It doesn't mean he won't turn up.
If he's jumped bail, Rowan.
He's not due to report until the day after tomorrow.
Well, if he's not here then, it'll be you issuing a warrant for his arrest.
OK, Sergeant. You set this ball rolling. Maskell helped us and you charged him. Now, when I'm in London, I'll take time out to find him. I don't want him becoming a criminal because nobody cared enough to help him.
See you then.
All right.
Tell Sandra I'll bring Alan back with me.
Don't make promises you can't deliver, Nick.
Yeah, right.
And what about us?
It's only an interview, Kate. Let's see what happens. There's no need to hang about.
I can't. I've got patients waiting.
Doing a bit of train spotting, eh?
Nick's gone to London. He's got a job interview.
What, you're thinking of moving?
I wasn't, but what I think doesn't count.
Well, I thought that Nick was so happy here. Eh? Well, is he very keen on this new job?
So it seems.
Well, I'll be very sorry to lose you both.
Who says we'll both go? I don't want to up sticks and go back to London. Nick's got to consider my career for once. I can't keep following him all over the country. Or is that exactly what you think I should be doing? Support my husband at all times?
It's just that I thought you both fitted in so well here. Well, I've certainly benefited from our association. I couldn't have gone fishing otherwise, could I? Kate, is there something else?
I just want us to stay here.
Look, I don't think it's a minute to say this, really, but I'm thinking of retiring. I thought that you could take over the practice.
Alex, you don't have to do this.
Oh, dear, I know I don't. No, I've just made it more confusing for you.
Thank you for the offer. I'd love to accept, if we're staying. Nasty little school.
Blooming coffee pot. One minute I'm holding it, and the next it's all over the show.
Lost your grip on it?
Aye.
The same thing happened the other night, didn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, that tray of glasses you dropped.
Oh, that? Oh, I was distracted by something, wasn't I?
Are you sure you're not overdoing it, George?
No more than usual.
Any tiredness? Dizziness, shortness of breath, anything like that?
I'm all right, Dr. Rowan. Maybe I get a bit tired now and then, but it's not that a tonic as such can't put the rights, I reckon.
I think you should be taking it easier, George.
Well, we'll see.
Kate Rowan? I'll call an ambulance. Stay where you are and lie down. I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm sorry, Sandra.
I was doing too much.
Don't blame yourself.
Alan was getting restless. I thought having a baby would keep him from straying. I can't keep a husband. I can't even keep a baby.
No, don't say that. It'll be all right. It'll be all right, Sandra.
Night.
you're still mine. You're out of touch, my baby, my old-fashioned baby. I said, baby, 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 you're out of time. Well, baby, 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 you're out of time.
Is Alan Maskell about?
Who wants him?
Nick Rowan.
Yeah. Come in. Alan! Open the door! Nick's Rowan!
He's a copper.
You thought you was a clever girl.
Friend of Alan's.
Giving up your social world.
What do you want him for?
It's personal. Not seen him.
Not for ages.
Who are you trying to kid?
Excuse me. I've got an appointment with DCI Merton.
Yes, but dropping a coffee pot isn't a sign of illness. If you talk to him about his drinking...
I'm sure it's not drink. I think it's more serious.
Well, tell me again. What are the symptoms?
Well, he keeps dropping things. He slurs his speech, and he's got drooping eyelids.
But he hasn't actually come to you complaining about this little lot, has he?
Of course not. He's one of the old school. You know, don't make a fuss. But he needs help, Alex. He shouldn't be driving his car for starters. This could be it. Myasthenia gravis. What do you think?
Better get him in.
Good.
Well, thanks for everything, sir.
My only interest is finding the right man for the job. I hope we have.
When will I get an official decision, sir?
In a couple of days. Bye-bye, Rowan.
Sir. Hi, it's me. Listen, I'm not coming back this afternoon.
Why not? Celebrating?
I'm going to have another try for Alan. He upped it when he saw me last night.
So how did it go? The interview?
Well, I've only just come out, though, so it's a bit early to say.
Well, if you do see Alan, try telling him Sandra's in hospital. See if that brings him to his senses.
What's happened?
A miscarriage. And Alan didn't even know she was pregnant.
Is she okay?
She needs her husband.
Right, listen, love, there's a queue for the phone. I better go. I'll see you when I get back. All right, bye.
Bye.
Nick Rowan?
Jerry!
Sight for sore eyes, mate.
Hey, when did you move out of uniform?
After you dropped out to live with the sheepshaggers. Here, do you fancy a pint?
Yeah.
Look at the ceiling, please, George. Now try raising your arms again. That's all right. I'm just going to give you a little injection.
What's the matter with me?
If it's what I think it is, this should control the symptoms. It'll take an hour or so to work, so just relax.
The look of love is in
think of the club then?
Very select.
Bet you've missed the action.
More like I've forgotten.
What's it like up there then?
Well, you know, Yorkshire. It's the place where men are men and the sheep are nervous.
Gives good service, does Gemma?
What are you doing in a place like this, Jerry?
You put yourself about. It's part of the job these days.
What, holding hands with the enemy?
Hang about. A few of the lads use the club as well, you know.
Yeah, there's something else I've forgotten. Coppers and villains. How difficult it is to tell them apart.
Relax.
Some tea, George?
Oh, thank you.
How do you feel?
Much better. Look, no problem.
That's the injection.
What is it? What have I got?
It's called myasthenia gravis. Something's wrong with your immune system, which means your muscles get tired too quickly.
Can you cure it?
Not really cure, but I've got you these prostigmin tablets. They'll control it.
The pub. I can't afford to give up.
Take the pills regularly, and as long as you don't overdo it, you'll cope. You'll run your pub, George.
Where's Alan?
You again.
Where is he?
He's not here. Get out of my house.
I need to talk to him.
Clear off, copper.
His wife's in hospital. She's had a miscarriage.
Look, he's not here, honest.
Where can I find him? Look, I'm here to help him. I could have had you lot busted by now.
Well, he could be anywhere.
We are a lot of help.
Happy and I'm smiling, walking miles to drink your water. You know I love to love you, and above you there's no other. We'll go walking out while others shout of war disaster. Oh, we won't.
Tell Sandra I'll bring Alan back with me.
Don't make promises you can't deliver, Nick.
Yeah, right.
And what about us?
Look, I didn't know.
Yeah, well, you do now.
How bad is she?
She's lost her baby. You give her the elbow and she's been covered by the bank. How bad do you think she is?
You have to rub it in, don't you?
After the runaround you've given me, too right.
Well, I thought you'd come to bust me.
Well, I bought you some time with Blaketon. Not much, but enough for you to get yourself sorted out.
Well, I appreciate it. Like what you've done for me.
If you screw up this time, that's the last help you'll ever get from me, all right?
Come on, boys, let's get these bastards.
Now listen, you've got nothing to worry about if you're not in possession of any drugs.
I'm clean.
Now, if you are, I have to know right now.
I'm clean.
And what about the rest of you?
Think I'm stupid?
Look, if you have, I'm finished. Alan will end up in prison and the rest of you will have criminal records and very stiff fines.
But
Do you
I haven't got
understand?
anything.
Well, then you've got nothing to worry about, have you?
Just a pissed off taxpayer, mate.
Who's in charge here?
I am. And I'm nicking you all. Teach you to slum it with the great unwashed.
What you talking about?
Possession of dangerous drugs.
No, none of us were carrying anything.
And what's this then? Smarties.
But what is this?
Stumped by you and these other freaks. And found in the wagon that brought you here. Right, Constable?
Yes, sir.
Black bombers, Dexys, Purple Hearts. But you're Afghan black.
Bastard, you planted that. Yeah, you did.
You two with them. Others who need teaching respect. All right, charge them.
What's your name and rank?
What did you say? You heard. Detective Sergeant Simerson. Feel better now?
Well, if you'd have been interested in searching us properly, you might have found my warrant card. I'm gonna have you busted, mate. Right, Sergeant?
You slag.
In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I want to be in the warm hold of your love and mine. To feel you all around me and to take your hand along the sand. I bet I may as well try and catch the wind. When sundown pales the sky, I want to hide a while behind your smile. And everywhere I look, your eyes are fine. For me to love you now would be the sweetest thing. 'Twould make me sing. But I may as well try and catch the wind.
Thanks, love.
So how was London?
Noisy.
You know what I mean.
They'll let me know in a couple of days. And then it's make your mind up time.
Well, here's something else for you to think about. While you were in London, I was offered a job. Well, more than a job, really. Alex is going to retire, He's asked me to take over the practice. Well, aren't you going to congratulate me?
Well, did you accept?
He may just be feeling sorry for me, but there's no going back. Of course I'm taking it. Anyway, your job's not official yet.
Well, it might be soon.
Busting a drug squad officer. I certainly can't fault you for keenness.
The law applies to everyone, even coppers.
Especially coppers.
Yeah, well, I've got to go.
Nothing here to distinguish the animals in question from any others.
You can't hold me accountable for that. I bought them using good faith.
Any other means of establishing your ownership?
Only my word, which happens to be the word of an honest man.
We shall need a trifle more than that.
Oh, I know it means no to you.
Oh, come now, Mr. Greengrass.
Look, Your Honour, 5 times I've been in this court, and each time I've gone out like I've come in, innocent. It's persecution, Your Worship. It's hounding of an honest man by him, Sergeant Blaketon.
Aidensfield Police. Hello, Mr. Merton. He's in court. Yes, the moment he gets in. Goodbye, Mr. Merton.
Sheep number 5, Polly, a ewe-teg. Orphan, Your Honour. Nearly lost her. Only the heat from the low oven kept her going when she were dropped. Polly has a snagged left side tooth. Sheep number 6, Doris 9, a 3-shear ewe. Her tuck won first prize at Wetherby. Clever old lasses, Doris. Best I ever found for finding stock, but it didn't snow. Doris has a mark on her hind right side pin. An over-keen nick from the dog, Your Honour.
Quite. Well, thank you, Mr. Huggett. You may step down. Sergeant?
Mr. Huggett is a distinguished expert on sheep, Your Worship. You've heard Constable Rowan's evidence that Mr. Huggett unhesitatingly picked those sheep out from many hundreds at Ashfordley Market. I suggest the question of mistaken identity does not arise in this instance.
Mr. Greengrass.
Your Honour.
We can see no reason why a man of Mr. Huggett's reputation and integrity should lie to this court. We find you guilty as charged.
Guilty? Guilty? I bought them used fair and square.
Mr. Greengrass.
I can see what's going on. You're out to get me, ain't you? It's him, Blaketon, isn't it? Him and you both, you big dog's breakfast.
Mr. Greengrass!
If you can't tell the difference between truth and lies, you might not as well be a magistrate.
For the theft of 6 ewes, I fine you £100, and I wish it could be a lot more! Next case.
You're proud of yourself, Blaketon. Such a thing as perjury, you know. Got your own back eventually, didn't you? Oh, the bloody sake, what are you?
Day to remember, Rowan. First ever conviction against Greengrass.
There's something wrong here, Sarge.
Mind you, 100 years ago, we'd have hung him.
Sarge?
Oh, Rowan, young Maskell, the case against him is dropped.
Dropped?
Yes, I carried out a full investigation, discussed it with the super, and we decided the other two were lying, trying to get revenge.
Well, that's what I said.
Well, I had to make sure, Rowan. Maskell should have more trust in the law, and you should have more trust in me.
Mr. Huggett, the description you gave in court, yeah, it was different.
OK. No, thank you. Yep, thanks a lot for your help. Good news, Nick. Eltrim police picked up sheep rustlers last night. Caught them red-handed, they did. Well, apart from Greengrass says.
I think I just witnessed a miscarriage of justice.
What are you on about?
Greengrass wasn't involved in those raids.
Yeah, well, what about Huggett's identification at Sheep?
They made it all up. They were never his.
There was a rumour some years back that Greengrass had had a bit of a fling with Huggett's wife.
So Greengrass got done for something he didn't do?
Who's going to break the news to Oscar Blaketon? Hmm?
Hello?
That man from Scotland Yard rang. He wants you to call him straight away.
DCI Merton? PC Rowan at Aidensfield. Sorry I wasn't here.
You impressed the selection panel, Rowan. You got the job.
Thank you, sir.
But before you accept it, there is one other matter. This complaint you made against Detective Sergeant Simpson. Rowan, this is a very serious complaint against a fellow drug squad officer. We have our own ways of dealing with men like Simpson, and it's not open to debate. If you want the job, withdraw the complaint.
You better pack your bags. If you're going, I'm staying.
Jay! Rowan! Oh, I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you!
Why do you miss when my baby kisses me? Heartbeat, why does a love kiss stay in my memory? Riddly pat and sing to me love story, and bring to me love's glory. Heartbeat, why do you skip when my baby's lips meet mine? Riddly pat and sing to me love story, and bring to me love's glory. Heartbeat, why do